Postgame report. I'm pissed. Not happy. Not thrilled. Apologies, got my drums back here. But, yeah, Steelers lose 16-10. We'll start with the defense. They play phenomenal. Particularly in the second half. Give up 0 points. Stop after stop. Even on third and shorts, too. There'd be an occasion where maybe they'd give up a chunk play, but every time they'd make a stop and force the Dolphins to punt, or when they tried to go for it on fourth in our red zone, we got the back-to-back, the third down stop, great tackle by Cam Hayward, and then the Larry Ogunjobi stop. Outside of the drop picks, what else to say? And I don't even think that's the biggest storyline, really. I mean, it's obviously going to be talked about and everything, but they held the Dolphins to 0 points in the second half. Outside of some of the stuff that was happening in the first half. And I think you got to give credit to just how the Dolphins came out as an offense with McDaniel's schemes. And because, the first 2 series, the first 14 plays, whatever that is, that's scripted. That's written up. And the Dolphins had the answer for us early on. But again, we made the adjustments and the defense played absolutely phenomenal. A+. I mean, you got to give them like an A+ grade. Devin Bush is looking like the decoy out there. Terrell Edmonds looking like a Pro Bowler, All-Pro. He was great. That one play he had with Tyreek Hill down the field, held up with him, kept up with him. I don't know if it's Tua making the underthrow or whatnot, because also, I mean, Terrell Edmonds low-key could have picked that one off too. But yeah, the main storyline is obviously going to be Pickett, man. The 3 interceptions. The first one, that was just a fluke one, because it's either Claypool. He fell over himself because it was a good pass, I thought. I think Claypool had the mismatch. Looked like he was getting open there. It's either his pass interference or Claypool fell over himself, so I don't blame that first pick on Pickett. But, yeah, the last 2, those were terrible. I don't know what else you want me to say. I think Pickett played really good whole game. Every series, every pass. What do you have, 75, 80% completion rating outside of those 2 interceptions. And it's just one of those things, dude, where, I'm big on this too. When it's time to win the game, you got to win the game. And Pickett just didn't do that. The last one in particular, because we got that second chance thanks to the defense coming out. What was it? It was 2 minutes. We didn't even make it to the 2-minute warning when the defense made that stop. So we had 2.5 minutes to set up a drive to win the game. And, yeah, Pickett probably had, Collinsworth said it, he probably had a good 15, 20 yards where he could have ran it down, potentially got out of bounds. But he just said fuck it and tossed it up and was hoping Deontay'd make a play, and it was a bad pass. I think it was a bad decision, and ultimately that led to the loss. I don't know what else you want me to say outside of that. I don't know if people are going to be talking about does Trubisky win that game, blah, blah, blah. I know, dude, you know who I'm loyal to, 7. And yeah, I think 7 wins that game. But that's 7, man. That's the GOAT. That's the future Hall of Famer. That's Steelers' best quarterback of all time. So I don't know what you want me to say that. I still believe in Pickett going forward. I think he absolutely showed enough out there, man. Throughout the whole game, not only throughout the whole game, but also that pass on the final drive, the passes he was making on the final drive, the decisions he was making. The one to Muth was just incredible on 4th down. So you can't tell me that he doesn't have that in his system. No, he absolutely does. But, yeah, outside of Pickett, the offense, receivers for the most part played pretty well. There's all these bullshit penalties that are getting called with these offensive shifts and illegal man down the field. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I mean, part of that's probably Canada with the bullshit that he's trying to pull. And I didn't think he had a good game play calling-wise. Too many, little shuffle passes to tight ends, 5-yard screens to Gentry behind the line of scrimmage, double reverses. I hated that shit. When the offense was good is whenever we let Kenny cook, whenever we had, 3 or 4 receivers out there, and we let Kenny just read the field, make decisions. Up-tempo offense. That's when things were working. So I don't know what the fuck was going on with Canada. I guess more of the same shit. The play calling just wasn't there. The play calling wasn't there, in my opinion. And then, what else? Yeah, I think it sucked. The ending sucked. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, I'll obviously have more for you tomorrow. with Big Deke News and on the podcast and stuff, but those are just some of my initial thoughts right now. So stay chilling. Peace.